everyone. Thank you for joining me today. We are going to need our stick mobility bundle for today's class. So the 2 long sticks, 1 short stick, and if you don't own stick mobility, you could use PVC pipe, wooden dowel, whatever you have available to you. We also need a short towel, small towel, or a glider for one of our last stretches towards the end of class. Access to a sidewall and ceiling. So we're going to get started with our warm-up and then get into our strength section and then finish with some active stretching. First off, we're going to start with some neck nods. So I want you to take your short stick to your upper mid-back. Take a moment to claim your horse stance. You have 2 options. You could rotate the palms up, and if you see me from that side view, my knees are soft. Instead of the tailbone being out, I'm just going to take it under, activate that front line, squeeze into the glutes. Another option, you could always take your palms to your belly for a little bit of feedback. While you're here, I want you to watch out that you're not hiking the shoulders up towards your ears. So take a moment, find which one you prefer. I like to rotate the palms up and then I press my T-spine into the stick for a little bit of feedback. Starting with neck nods, and if you'd like, you could diaphragmatically breathe. So that would be closing your mouth, resting the tongue on the roof of your mouth, filling the diaphragm and breathing through your nose. And we're gonna lead with our eyes looking down and then slowly looking upward towards the ceiling while you're staying again in that horse stance. And I don't want you to ever work into pain. So if you have any neck issues, just be mindful that you're not going too far. So nothing that's too uncomfortable. Then come neutral and you're gonna alternate. So dip your left ear towards your left shoulder and then up and over to the other side. So the camera flips me. When I say my left, that is actually going to be my right. And again, one more on each side. And then we're going to begin with some rolls in one direction. Nice and slow, full circle. Again, eyes leading the head, focus on your breathing. And then slowly change direction. Take your time. Notice if you start to come out of your horse stance. Let's do one more. Very nice. Take the hands to the belly, and then we're going to twist and rotate. I want you to squeeze into the glute, upright the chest, and then drive up through center over to your left. Let's do one more on each side. So I'm grounded with that foot, pivot, elevate that left heel. Again, proud chest. Through center, inhale, exhale, rotate, squeeze that glute, and come back to center. Now we're going to take our short stick in front, one hand on top, remain in your horse stance, and we're just going to alternate. Releve, lift left heel, then right heel. Really spread out, working into the toes. So you want to perform this class barefoot if possible, or if you can, wear a minimalist shoe. Releve and lower. Now when we go to our right here, circle out and then lower, and then left side, circle out. So we're going counterclockwise and then clockwise on the left. Good. One more on each side. Here comes my puppy. Hopefully there we go. She didn't come into the screen. Now other side, I want you to go circle inward and now inward on your left. Good. Let's just do one more on each side. Again, staying in that horse stance, proud chest, shoulders down and back. Perfect. Take a moment, shake it out. We're going into kayaking, which is one of my favorite primers for anything I use stick mobility daily. Now we're going to park the stick onto our left hip, push into about 20% tension, and start to kayak forward. So my hips are going to continue to face you. In your horse stance, I want you to, again, watch your alignment. In a moment, we're going to add on and march in place. So we're going to narrow our stance once we start marching. Eyes forward. Let's do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to march forward. So it's going to be coming across the midline. Excellent. Again, breathing, proud chest, pushing into the stick. Flex the foot as you draw the knee up. 4 more here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the stick is going to be on your right side. Reclaim your horse stance, and we're going to go up and back. So sometimes people get caught up with this one. So just think of kind of being in a pool and backstroking. Still pushing into the stick, staying in your horse stance. Excellent. We're going to do 4 more, then we're going to add that marching. So up and back 1, up and back 2, 3, 4. It's on the right side once again. Narrow the stance. Now start to march. So the arm that is elevating is the knee that lifts. Core is braced. You're going to push down through that foot. Activate the glute to create a little bit of stability. Let's go for 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Stick in front now. We're going to go into a curtsy lunge and then add a little bit of like a bow and arrow motion, opening up our lateral lines. Holding wide on your short stick, take a moment, pull apart, activate that posterior line, elevate the stick up overhead. Now, the left foot is going to step back on a diagonal, coming down into the curtsy lunge, and then this right arm is going to pull up, my eyes are going to follow, looking down. Now, as I'm coming out of it, push into the stick, gently lower. Excellent. Pull apart. So we're kind of blending a shoulder dislocate with the curtsy lunge. Come down, pause. Now pull, eyes follow. Lifting out of that hip line, push into the stick, and gently lower. Pull apart. We're going to do 2 more on each side. Left leg steps back. Lower and reach. Come through center, push. Gently lower. Again, pull apart, right to in line with the ears, those biceps in line with the ears as you come up, push, gently lower. 1 more on each side, pull apart, chin nice and neutral, lower lift out of the ribs, reach, excellent. Coming through center, push, last one, pull apart. Chin neutral, right leg back, pause, and then reach. Coming through center, push into the stick, gently lower. Take a moment, roll out through those shoulders. We're going to go back to a little bit of rotation, similar to what we did when we first warmed up. You're in your horse stance, palms to the outside of the stick. Now I'm going to activate and push in. I'm going to eyes leave the head, looking to the right, through center to the left. We did this in class last week, and now rotate and pivot to your right. Inhale, exhale, left, right, pivot, push into the stick, eyes follow, go to where you can comfortably, switch. Here comes puppy. Garbage truck is here, she can't help herself. 1 more, and up and over, pivot, squeeze, reach, and come back through center. Well done. Now we're going to switch to our one longer stick. Mags, you're going to have to get out of the way, little girl. And we're going into our ninja position. So you're going to heel toe out, toes face forward, palms are facing up. This left side, I'm going to take across, hook it to the outside of my right foot. While I'm here, I'm then going to bend into the left knee, hold here, looking upward towards the ceiling, and now I'm going to shift back into that right leg. While you're here, I want you to look upward towards the ceiling, then downward towards the floor. Gonna get a nice stretch in through that front line, and then bend again into the left knee. So just be mindful that you're not falling forward. Really anchor with your foot, feel the ground. and slowly shift over to the other side, looking upward towards the ceiling, down towards the floor, and you could just reach that arm forward for a moment. Reclaim it, soften into the knees, come up, and we're gonna go over to the other side. So right side, over to the outside of the left foot, bend into that right knee. Again, gripping the ground, so you're thinking of pulling apart the floor, getting a little bit more activation. And now bending into that left knee, straightening that right leg without hyperextending the knee. Try to keep those toes connected to the floor if you can. And again, bend. The stick, I'm drawing it in closer towards my body. And then gliding, coming through center. Pause here, option. Reach that arm forward, hold for a breath or two. Very nice. Reclaim, hand to the stick, soften into the knees, and slowly come out of it. Heel toe in gently so you don't shock your hips. We're gonna go into bow and arrow. Again, opening up the lateral lines, similar to what we did in our curtsy lunge, but we're gonna add a little bit of flossing. So your stance is wider than hip width. Stick is gonna be to the outside of your right foot. Your left hand is gonna come across, thumb facing down. Your right hand is gonna find the sticker. Now it's important to note that you're not pushing out first with the arms. You're gonna press away with the hips first and then follow through with the upper body. Gripping the ground with the feet, press out with the hips, then the upper body. Tailbone is under, looking upward towards the ceiling, pushing down into the stick. Chin is neutral, so you could look up or you could look forward, wherever you're comfortable. And again, never flossing into pain. So we go onto the sagittal plane and then out onto the frontal plane. Hold, slowly take it in. Now your stick was angled on the outside of the foot. Now we're gonna take it behind us a little bit. Again, grip the ground with the feet. You're gonna press the hips forward now and then push back with that bottom arm and pull with that top arm. Hold here for a breath or two. Again, you're squeezing the glutes and then slowly come out of it. Now we're gonna go to our other side. Stick to the outside of the left foot. Your right hand, thumb is gonna face down, bottom left hand finding the sticker. Lead with the hips, then press out with the upper body. I say it each class, but I want you to kind of take notes of, noticing the differences between your right and left side, where you're kind of feeling a little inhibited with your movement or where you're feeling a little sticky. It's always good to be really in tune with how your body moves. So again, we're flossing, going onto that sagittal plane and then out onto that frontal plane to the side. You could always go back a little bit further, but I just want you to be careful that you're not jutting your chin forward or feeling any pain. Now taking the stick back a little bit on a diagonal from the heel, same concept. I'm gonna press my hips forward first and then press out with that bottom arm, slight pull back with that top arm, squeezing into the glutes. Take a breath or two, getting a little bit into our front line here, and then slowly coming out of it. Excellent. You're gonna take your long stick now to the ground and we're gonna work with our short stick. Oh, excuse me, I apologize. We're gonna start with Guitar Hero before we get into our 90-90, so keep that long stick. The left leg is gonna be forward, the right leg is gonna be back behind us. So your left foot turned out, opening into that hip. Back foot is gonna be anchored. Now you have a choice. I find that sometimes, depending on how tight I am, I can't quite keep that back foot parallel, so I have to go a little bit windshield wiper the foot in. What I want you to avoid with the Guitar Hero is kind of sinking out to the side or heavily leaning the upper body. So take a moment for your setup. You have your right knee down, there's your hip alignment, right? Squeeze that glute, anchor with the ball of the back foot, left knee open out. So left palm is gonna face upward towards the ceiling, And your bottom right hand is going to apply pressure, pushing down as that top arm is pulling back. Now as you do so, I want you to squeeze that right glute and send the hips forward. But you're not doing a huge arc into your lower back, right? So no pressure into the lower back. This is just like active feedback. I could really feel it right here, going across into the hip. Again, proud chest, shoulders down away from the ears. Take a moment, release, come out of it, and let's go back into it once again. Palm facing up, find your alignment, engage that glute, inhale, exhale, begin to press down. Proud chest, hips come forward, grip the ground with that left foot, and anchor with the ball of your back right foot. Hold 4 counts, hold 1, 2, 3, on 4, gently release, and we're gonna go over to the other side. If you need that small towel or pillow for your bottom knee, I should have said that earlier, you could use it now. Right foot out to the side, again opening the hip. I can already feel that this side is a little bit tighter. Been doing a lot of rowing and spinning along with a bunch of other stuff. So find your position, take a moment, proud chest, and then draw down. So you may need to adjust your upper body or the position of where your stick is, but again, I don't want you leaning out to the side. Squeeze that glute, send the hips forward, hold 4 counts, hold 1, 2, 3, on 4, gently release, shake it out. We're gonna go for another rep. So find your alignment, again, proud chest, push down with that bottom hand, pull with that top hand. Again, sending the hips forward, squeezing through the seat. So when I say sending the hips forward, again, I don't mean jutting them forward. 4 count hold, 1, 2, 3, and on 4, gently release. Long stick coming down to the ground. Grab your short stick. We're gonna go from 90-90 into shin box for a little bit of strength work. So it's kind of sneaky, the 90-90, right? I'm gonna go a little bit on a diagonal. I have my left leg forward, my right leg back behind me. Ankle in line with the knee with the foot flexed. Same with the front, ankle in line with the knee, in line with the hip, foot flex. If you're uncomfortable in this position when we start to add on, you could simply stay here for a moment, lower your stick, then take your hands to the floor and take a moment to windshield wiper the legs out. So I want you to square your chest forward. Take your right hand on top, left hand on the bottom, squaring off. Gently push down into the stick, maybe 20-30%. That's not much. You're going to hinge forward with a flat back over the top of that front left thigh and shin. Hold and breathe. Maybe you go a little bit lower. Again, the bottom of the stick is going to be anchored inward towards you. And you could always kind of slide it out as you go a little bit deeper. I'm actively pressing down with the outside of my left leg, and I'm actively pressing into the floor with the inside of my right leg. Good, let's hold 4 counts here. Push into the ground, hold 1, 2, 3, on 4, slowly come up. Now we're gonna take our short stick and open up into the space between our front and back leg. Right hand's gonna stay on top. Angle the bottom of the stick inward towards you. Proud chest. Lengthen through the spine. And start to hinge forward where you can comfortably. Just a little bit. And I'm still, again, pressing out with the left leg, pressing in to the floor with the back right leg. Hold here. 4 counts. Hold 1. Hold 2. Hold 3. On 4, we slowly come upright. Now, we're gonna go over the thigh now of that front left leg. If you need to at any time, you could also take the left hand to the floor, and we're gonna gently lean over just a little bit. Now, push down into the stick, 20-30% of your strength, lengthening those arms. Notice where your shoulders are, right? They should be down away from your ears. Hold 4 counts, hold 1, 2, 3, and on 4, slowly come out of it. Take a moment, stick to the floor, hands to the floor, and then just lower the knee, thinking of a clock, to 12 o'clock as you alternate. Length through the spine. Excellent. Same leg is now going to be forward, right leg back, coming into shin box. I think it was last week on Tuesday where we added onto our shin box, pull apart, step forward into a lunge. Today, we're just gonna pull apart and push in as we lower. If you need a little bit of a lift, if you're uncomfortable in this position, grab your towel or your pillow now and you could sit your tailbone on it, and that should help out a little bit. Stick is gonna be right at chest height. So we're gonna pull apart, come up overhead, then push into the stick and gently lower. Good. Pull apart, come up. Now, we did that Guitar Hero in the beginning to really kind of prime for our 90-90 and our shin box. So same thing applies. I'm going to squeeze the glute, right? Chin is neutral. Let's do one more. Pull apart. Pause. Now nice and slow, 4 counts down. Down 1, down 2, down 3, down 4. Excellent. We're gonna go over to the other side. Take a moment, shake your legs out, grab a sip of water if you need it. And I'm gonna angle this time facing directly, actually, you know what, I'll go here because I know it's gonna switch it up on me. So you have your right leg forward, ankle, knee, hip, and then back heel in line with the knee. You're in your 90-90. Again, take notes on which side feels a little bit more restricted than the other. I'm gonna take my left hand on top, squaring off the chest, angling the bottom of the stick closer to me, and then you're gonna have the top of the stick angling out away from you. Take a second, push down into the stick, into the floor, and then slowly begin to hinge forward. So if you have any knee pain and you need to work higher up, please do. So the outside of my right thigh is pressing down into the floor, and the inside of the left leg is pressing down into the floor. I'm gonna slide that up just a little bit. Good, length through the spine. Now push, hold 4 counts. Hold 1, hold 2, hold 3, hold 4, slowly come up. Good. Now we're going to place a stick in that gap between the front and back leg. Again, pack those shoulders and begin to slowly push down into the stick. You're not going to be able to go as low. Hold here, push, and breathe. 4 count hold. Hold 1, hold 2, hold 3, on 4, slowly come up. Excellent. Now we're going to the outside. Angle to the outside. Now this is where I could feel a little bit of restriction here. And pushing down, breathe, hold here, stay connected to the floor. Remember, you always have the option to place that palm down if you find that you need a little assistance. And we hold for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, on 4, slowly come up, lower your stick, take your palms to the floor behind you, and again, just kind of shake it out a little bit, thinking of the knee striking 12 o'clock each time as you alternate. Let's do one more on each side. Breathing, perfect. Come up. Now we're closing the gap between the thighs. Stick is in front of the shin, left hand on top. Oh, excuse me. Wide grip here, pull apart, come up, chin neutral, push into the stick, and gently lower. Good, pull apart, inhale, exhale, squeeze into the glute, chin neutral, rib cage closed. So what I mean is when your arms are up overhead, you're not having any rib flare. Good. And push. 2 more. Pull apart, activate that posterior line. Push into the stick, slowly lower. We have 1 more, pull apart. Now we're gonna lower the 4 count. Down 1, down 2, down 3, down 4. Landing softly. Well done. So we're gonna come up now with our long stick, 2 sticks, getting into more hip work. So if your feet are together, I want you to think of the sticks being at like 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. We're gonna press down through our right foot and lift the left knee, working internal and external rotation after we just did our 90-90 and shin box. So pack the shoulders, engage your lats. If you find that having your arms extended is throwing you off balance, you could always bend your elbows and have the forearms more at like a 90-degree angle. So extending the arms, elevate the left knee, proud chest, push down into the sticks. You're gonna have to apply more than about 30%. So you're at maybe 50%, and then you're gonna externally rotate, pushing the arch of the left foot to the right stick, hold and push. Breathe. So I'm pushing with about 60-70% of my strength right now. And then release. And now we're internally rotating, and I'm really pushing again with the outside of the foot midway through into the left stick. Maintaining that strength, hold, come center. Again, we have that external rotation, push. So I feel a lot stronger here with that external rotation. Push into the stick. You should be quivering if you're pushing. Maintain the height of the knee. Now, again, internally rotate. You're going to feel that glute fire. Press and breathe. We have 1 more. Stay nice and centered. Push. More of your strength if possible. Watch your posture. Notice where you're starting to compensate. Hold, hold, hold. Keep the knee in place in the center. And now internally rotate, push, push. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. On 5, gently release. Whew, that's a way to come alive. Now I'm sweating. Take a second, shake it out, grab water if you need it. Left foot is down. You're going to squeeze into the seat. Notice if your hips start to shift from side to side. Regain your position. Draw that right knee up. So now we're going to take that inside of the right foot across to the left and push. Breathe. Try to knock that stick over. Now keep the knees still. Internally rotate and push. So you have the outside of that right foot pressing into the stick. You're still pushing down into the floor. Here we go. This is so simple, but boy, it's effective. You could get anybody to do this and start to quiver. Push, push, push. Breathe. Good. Maintain the knee center. And now internally rotate. Push again. A little bit more. Stay with it. Last one here. Maybe you push a little bit deeper into the stick on your left side. Stay with it. Good. Transition. We hold 5 count. Push, push, push. Hold 1. Hold 2. 3. 4. 5, and release. Legs are alive. So we're going to do 5 extensions into engaging our quads, getting a little quiver. Then we're going to go into Dumpy squats and start to stretch out after. I'm going to go a little bit on a diagonal. So you're going to stand tall. You could bend those elbows, or you could extend your arms, your choice. I'm going to keep my elbows a little bent here. Now taking my right knee up, proud chest. I want you to extend the leg, hold 4 counts. Hold 1, 2, 3, on 4, bend the knee, take it back out. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, take it in. 3 more. Squeeze out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly draw it in. 2 more. Stay nice and centered with your body weight. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting tired. 1 more if you have to work lower. If you're feeling it in your hip flexor, then work lower. 3, 4, and release. Shake it out. Other side. Standing tall, angle your sticks. Step forward, pack those shoulders. Elevate the left knee, extend, hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly bend toes upward towards the ceiling. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it in. 3 more. Really reach through the heel. Nice and powerful. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. We have 2 more. Watch your alignment. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it in. Burn it. Last one. Breathe. Hold 1, hold 2, hold 3, and excellent. Good. Shake it out. Using our ceiling, we're going into our Dumpy squats. I'm just going to grab a quick sip of water. It's hot here today. So taking the stick to the ceiling. If you ever get any scuff marks, I say it all the time, but that Magic Eraser by Mr. Clean takes it right out. We're going to do 3 with the right hand on top, 3 with the left hand on top, and we're just going to do 6 Dumpy squats, driving about 70% of our strength up into the ceiling. So toes are slightly turned out, chin neutral, and begin to descend into your squat. Elbows come in, drive up. Good. Watching your alignment. Breathe, push, drive. Feel that connection to the floor. So right, you're pulling yourself to the earth. Switch hands, adjust, and then pushing yourself away from the floor. Drive up, core, elbows in, shoulders down and back. Watch the alignment with your pelvis and your tailbone. Hold the last one, 4 counts, hold 1. Keep driving up, 2. Keep pushing, 3. On 4, slowly come up. Well done. Okay, now we're getting into our stretching. Grab your towel, please. We're going to work into our T-spine. Coming down. Your knees are going to be separated. I like to take the top of the foot down of both feet. With your short stick, the palms are going to face upward. Taking left up and over to the right. So I'm going to hinge forward, push down into the towel. Sliding left over to right, and then centering the shoulder and looking upward towards the ceiling. Hold here, and then slowly come out of it. And we're going to do that again. If you have a glider, that works really well. So hinge, push down. Whoops, this is not sliding. Take it across, center the shoulder, and hold 4 counts. Hold 1, 2, 3, on 4, slowly come up. Excellent. And now we're gonna go over to the other side. Just gonna fix my towel here. Palms facing up. Take it right side. Come across to the left. Lower. You're staying nice and centered. So you're creating like a triangle. Hold 4 counts. Hold 1, 2, 3. On 4. Slowly. Glide out. Come up if you need to. And then we're going to go right back into it. Hinge. Glide out. Hold. Breathe. Stay with it. 4 counts. 1, 2, 3. On 4, push into the towel or your glider and slowly come out. Now we're going to take both of our sticks, coming upright, stretching out after all that leg work we did. Hold up high, step your left leg forward, come into a full lunge, and you're going to get a little traction with that upper body. Now, I want you to push down through that front left foot and lift the belly off the top of the thigh. I'm pushing down into the sticks and then upright. Lower your back knee, tuck that tailbone under, add a little bit of rotation, hold here, and again be mindful that the hips aren't sinking out to the side. Through center. Excellent. Now as we come back through center, find your alignment, engage the glute, lift the knee. Hinge forward, push down into the sticks, lift the belly off the top of your left thigh, squeeze that right glute, length through the neck. And now when we come up, we're going to slide that back foot in. Straighten our front left leg, bend into the back right knee. That heel stays down so you get a nice calf stretch. Open through the chest. And you could angle and look down a little bit to your left. And then angle a little bit to your right. Come forward. One more time. So you're going to slide your back right leg back. Hinge forward. Pushing down into the sticks. Breathe. As you come up, slide that back foot. Bend that back knee a little. And then angle to the left. Inhale, exhale, to the right. Good. Take a moment, shake it out, and we transition. Right leg is going to be forward. Left leg is back. Take a moment, find your alignment. Again, grip the ground with your feet. Hinge forward, lifting the belly now off the top of the right thigh. Inhale, exhale. Come upright. Proud chest. Good. Hinging forward once again. This time as we come upright, simply lower your back knee. Now squeeze the glute, tuck that tailbone under. Rotate inward towards your thigh. Hold your pushing down into the sticks. And then rotate into the open hip. Hold. As we come through center, we're going to realign. Again, elevate that back knee, squeeze through the glute, hinge forward. And as we come up, you're going to slide that back foot in, lengthen the front leg, angle down to the right a little, angle down to the left. One more time. If you have to adjust your sticks as we go throughout, by all means, please do. Little hinge forward. Take a breath. Slide in. Back foot flat. I could feel that this calf is a lot tighter. Angle down to the right. And then slowly to your left. Coming upright. Soften that knee. Step forward and shake it out. Facing the camera here, I'm going into that horse stance. I'm gonna take the sticks now to the inside of the arch. Extending both arms so they're not up too high, they're below the shoulder line. You're gonna shift both arms over to your right, creating a triangle. So I want you to take your crown of your head forward, soften into the knees, hold here, and then take a moment, dip that left shoulder down towards your left foot and focus on your breath. And then you could move your head, eyes leading the head, kind of articulate a little bit and breathe. Let's go one more, looking over the shoulder and then looking out towards the sticks, push into the ground, slowly come up. Hands now, shift over to your left, hip hinge forward so that chin comes far over the outside of your bicep and shoulder. Extend those arms, hold here, and now dip your left shoulder, or excuse me, your right shoulder down towards your foot. And then articulate, look over the shoulder, look towards the sticks. Good. And over the shoulder, towards the sticks. One more. And then slowly come up. So 2 options for your hamstring stretch. You can take your heel up onto a chair or bench, or you could take your sticks against the wall. So I'll show you both variations. My left is going to be bent, and I'm going to use the train tracks, slide down flat back, and flex the toes of the right foot, lifting the belly, length through the spine. If that's too intense or you want a little elevation, create your train tracks, take your heel up, same thing applies. You could bend into the knee a little bit and send the hips back. Nice flat spine, chin neutral, and whether your foot is on the ground or elevated, you could do a little wiper. So toes facing out, toes in, a little flossing. Good. Now, realign, hold, 4 counts, hold 1, 2, 3, on 4, upright, shake it out. I'll do the next one with the heel down. So right knee is going to be bent, flex, lift the toes. If you chose to elevate, you could have your heel up on a bench, whatever you have available to you. And then while you're here, floss, turning the toes out and in, maintaining your alignment and focusing on your breath. Good, let's do one more. In, out, realign, pause 4 counts, hold 1, 2, 3, on 4, slowly come out of your stretch. 1 stick down. We're gonna return to our bow and arrow as our last stretch of the day. And we're gonna cross our outside foot over. So our stick is to the right, left foot is gonna cross over the right foot. Pushing down into the feet, squeezing the thighs towards one another and engaging the glutes. Your stick is gonna be a little bit further out from the body this time, and I want you to square off your hips towards me, then send the hips out first and go into your bow and arrow. Angle, if you'd like, looking upward towards the ceiling. Yes, pull back with that top arm. Again, grip the ground with your feet. Notice if you're holding your breath, that inside shoulder is gonna be down away from the ear, and then slowly come out of it. Now we're gonna transition to the other side. Cross right leg over the left, grip the ground with the feet, inner thighs are pressed together, sticks a little bit further out. We have right hand, thumb down, left hand finding the sticker. Lead with the hips, press out with the upper body. Hold here, angle and look up, chin stays neutral. Stay with it, last 4 counts. Hold 1, hold 2, hold 3, and now on 4, we slowly come out of it. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next Tuesday. Class will later be uploaded to the Stick Mobility Instagram page and also to their YouTube channel. And make sure to check out their podcast, Movement Made Better. I'm Kelly Manzone at KelsBells88 on Instagram. And if you ever have any questions, please reach out to me or to Stick Mobility, and I'll see you next week. Take care.